Who are McMaster alumni? From coast to coast in every corner of the world, we work, lead, contribute, and volunteer in all industries and fields of work. We take our community spirit with us, our creativity and technical strengths, along with our unique problem-solving skills, to make a difference for others, collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. McMaster University's alumni community is one of the foundations of our success. Alumni achievements, leadership, and service shape not only the university, but also the communities, industries, and causes they support around the world.
Get involved. So get involved either at McMaster or in community. Understand what you're passionate about. Follow those passions. I know sometimes that sounds cliche, but it often works. Start to build that network through that involvement. So as I get involved, that means starting to build that network. Again, I was very fortunate to be given many opportunities in that initial 10 years with the city of Hamilton. Ended up working twice or two different times for the city of Hamilton for a little over 20 years in total. But my point being is that there were mentors along the way. So when you get involved, you meet some great individuals who will mentor if you're willing to open yourself up for that. But my key message is get involved.
Well, I think the first thing is that they chose a really good area, because nursing is a wonderful profession, not just because it gives you the opportunity to work with people and help people, but it also is a springboard to all kinds of other professions. You can never go wrong, I don't think, with the knowledge that you acquired while you were in nursing. So I would really encourage them to enjoy their excellent choice, but also to think out of the box in terms of how they might use this education in a wide variety of things.
The best way to seek out opportunity and take advantage of those things that are in front of you is kind of, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to take some risks. And most importantly, I think, use your network of McMaster alumni, use your network and talk to people. Talk to them about what they're doing what they've done in their career, what's happening in their industry, things that they've learned, mistakes that they've made. But go out and talk to people. I actually found that to be one of the most, for me personally, difficult, because I am an introvert. But at a point in time when I was out working for a little while, I spoke to a colleague, actually a gentleman that had actually hired me, and he says, the best thing you can do is build your network and go out and talk to people. Talk to them about what's happening in the industry, about their experiences. And it's really hard to do initially, but you'll find that once you start, it will actually flow, and they'll introduce you to other people that you probably would be interested in talking to. And that's actually how I entered the industry that I'm in right now, is just through that process, just getting out and talking to people. So I think it's really important.
It's Nelson Mandela's quote, "Make your choices reflect your dreams, not your fears." And that's one of those truths that, the longer you live, the louder that saying is for me. Fear is loud and it's persuasive, and it shows up disguised as logic and practicality and all these other things, whispering like, play it safe, and you can't afford to fail, or what if it doesn't work? And before you know it, you're just living a life that you didn't really intend to live, a life of regret instead of chasing possibilities. And your dreams really need your attention. They ask you to take the risk and make the leap. And I think if your choices throughout aren't really aligned with your dreams, your visions that you want to manifest, then you're just managing your fears. You're not really living your life.
I think the most important thing to remember is to have empathy for others, because empathy encourages us to be kind. It encourages us to be inclusive. It encourages us to be compassionate and non-judgmental. And if we have those core values and we carry them with us every single day, I think we can work towards peace in the world. if we all remember to have empathy.
Look, if you've had the privilege of being about to or having crossed the convocation stage, really take the time to look at what got you there. You've already won by getting to this moment, but now it's about what you do next. And there's a difference between confidently striding across that stage, knowing that you said yes to everything you possibly could. And there's a difference between just getting by. And this is another thing on the list. And I would encourage all of you, because I've done convocations that fit into both categories. I would encourage all of you to think back to what would have made you more confident, or what put that pep in your step. And for me, it's usually been that I can look myself in the mirror and say, I said yes to everything that this opportunity offered me. I gave 110%, maybe not every day, maybe not every hour, but to the experience, I gave myself over to it. And I think that's where post-secondaries and institutions are really impactful, but that's where life is really impactful as well. So I encourage you, if maybe you said a half-hearted yes, or maybe you said a full-bore yes, to continue that analysis and continue that energy into your next steps, because you won't regret it for sure.
Today we welcome the newest members to this vibrant alumni community that stretches across the globe. Like every class before them, they will look to build their future with ambition and optimism, and at times, some apprehension. The class of 2025 student experience was one that was touched by the global pandemic and armed students with opportunities to learn adaptability and build resilience as they adjusted to those unique set of challenges. Let's hear from some of this year's graduates as they reflect on their time at McMaster.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. Thank you, Mama and Tata, for everything that you did for me these last 4 years. I'm so grateful for you supporting me, and I wouldn't have been able to graduate without you guys. I also want to say thank you to my friends and my partner for supporting me through everything. It's been hard and long, but you guys were there for me in really tough times, and I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys.
To my loved ones, my parents, my sister, my boyfriend, my noni, and my other family and friends. Thank you so much for supporting me through the ups and downs of university. Your love and encouragement have inspired me to be the person that I am today, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I know that all of the skills and everything that I've learned here throughout my time at university will carry me beyond my time at McMaster, and I'm very thankful and grateful to see what comes next. So I have lots of very special and memorable memories from my time at McMaster. I've been very involved with my faculty for the Social Sciences Society, so I have some great memories there. I was actually the lead role in the musical for the first ever Social Sciences musical, so that was also really fun.
My favorite memory at Mac was MacFest. Graduating out of COVID, we didn't get to have our graduation. It was incredibly awesome to see our entire Mac community come together for MacFest at the end of the semester, especially 2 years out of COVID. That memory really solidified the community that I found at Mac, and I really credit my parents for that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother. The mother who was there for me even when I couldn't fully be there for myself. The mother who was there for me the nights I was cramming for an anatomy midterm the next day, who would deliver chai to my room because she knew I wanted that even when I didn't tell her. She could read my mind even when I couldn't read my own. I want to give a shout out to the mother who's been there for me these past 4 years of university and who continues to be there for me throughout every single moment of my life. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for being the person I give a shout out to today. And if there is a favorite memory that I have from these past 4 years, it's my memory in the mundane moments of these past 4 years. Because sometimes it's those mundane moments that make the most special memories. And I think that mundane moment that comes to my mind right now has been those moments right before an exam, when everyone is cramming in IWC, stressing out about their midterm, about their exam that they have. And there's so many different emotions in that room. But at the core of each and every single one of those emotions is community. It's when we all come together with from so many different programs, from so many different backgrounds, from so many different emotions, and we all come there for that one shared purpose. And that one shared purpose is to learn. It's sometimes just to pass, but it's also to just come together and just to celebrate those small wins of our lives, such as having another exam, having the opportunity to learn. And so that's definitely one of my favorite moments at McMaster.
My Mac experience couldn't be possible without people like my dad, my friends, and even supervisors who I like to call Auntie Sonia. And some of my favorite memories are really simple things like sitting down at the track and having lunch with my friends.
One of my favorite memories about McMaster has to be when I first stepped into the research lab. That moment changed my path and put me in the path that I'm following today to pursue my master's. I also will always cherish the lettuce eating competition that I did with my friends, in which we all just stand in front of the YHE field to eat a lettuce all together. So I'm very thankful to McMaster.
I want to thank my mother and my father and my late grandmother, as each of them have been there for me throughout it all. They have gave me hope when I felt lost. They gave me hugs when I needed comfort, and they loved me unconditionally no matter what my grades were in first year. I want to specifically thank my mother for her unconditional love and for always giving me room to grow. She has always provided patience and time and never ever turned her shoulder towards me. I want to thank you, Mom, for everything that you have done. I would not be here graduating without you. It has all just been a crazy experience, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my family, as they are my rock for absolutely everything. And I know, like, at the end of the day, wherever I go from here, I know that I will always be running back to my home where I will find my mom and dad with open arms. I met such amazing lifelong friends and a wonderful partner, and they have given me the opportunity to really experience what healthy relationships should be in life. And if it wasn't for meeting these people, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And whether it was like restless nights at Thode Library or just the simplicity of walking around campus and feeling like I am possible of achieving great things in life, it's going to be very hard to say goodbye to McMaster and Hamilton, and I'm quite sad about it, but I know that those memories will actively live in my mind for the rest of my life.
Hello, class of 2025. We are graduates now. Congratulations to everyone. And before anything, I would like to thank people who made this journey unforgettable for me. My parents, my friends, my roommate, and everyone in between. Being an international student, I would always look forward to coming back home, and that's what my motivation was, to give my best to my semester. And to my friends that I made from all different parts of the world, thank you so much. Staying up late night with you guys studying, preparing our cheat sheets, and trying out different restaurants. These are all memories which I'm gonna cherish forever.
I want to thank my roommates who have been with me since my very first day at McMaster. They've gotten me through a lot of really tough times. I also want to thank Dr. Jessica Maxwell, who has given me so many opportunities I never thought I'd have the opportunity to have. And my mom, who has gotten me through a lot of really hard times as well. She's the reason I'm here, the reason I've gotten through my 4 years here. And my best memory at McMaster has been probably Welcome Week 2024. I had the chance to plan Welcome Week 2024 with the Faculty of Social Sciences and 2 other planners, Sarah and Savannah. And we got to hire a really amazing group of reps and work with them, and that was amazing. And we also got to work with faculty planners from all the other different faculties, which was so amazing, and so amazing to meet them and work with them, and it was just the greatest experience ever.
I would really like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there for me and supporting me whenever I need a hand, and also my friends I've made in BDC, especially like Karina and Josh, who's always been there supporting me, whether it's through my trials and tribulations or even like through the exciting moments and supporting me all through McMaster. And one of my favorite memories at McMaster was definitely Welcome Week when I was a representative for the science faculty. I really enjoyed my time there, really helping first year students. I remember myself in first year and how different I am like now, and I'm so glad because of the McMaster community. It really brought out my personality, and I'm just so thankful for my experiences there.
I'd have to say my memory of a special McMaster memory would be just anytime I had to walk around campus in the evening with my friends. So if that was walking from badminton intramurals or like walking from a New Spring Club meeting, I just felt like we had so many great conversations and interactions whenever my friends and I would just like walk home to the bus stop or like walk each other home. It felt very wholesome and beautiful.
My favorite memory from McMaster was being a part of Welcome Week and welcoming over 600 first years to Brandon residents, being able to plan all of their events and help them settle into their new home for the next 4 years.
I want to thank my mom and dad for all their unwavering support throughout my time here at McMaster. Mom, thank you so much for all the time you spent cooking and freezing meals for me so I could have a taste of home at school while you were far away. And Dad, thank you so much for all the hours you spent in the car driving me to and from school. I appreciated all that time we spent together, even though it was so early in the morning. One of my favorite memories at McMaster was participating in Welcome Week. I did it all 3 years since second year, and it was such an amazing experience to have a community of such inclusive, welcoming people. Usually you can't find as many amazing people in one place at one time as I did during Welcome Week, and I'm so grateful for all the memories we made together, and I'll never forget all the cheers that we did together.
My favorite one might be when I found out there were other Latinos on campus, like getting to know them. I remember the first Olas event that I went, which now I'm president, which is crazy to think. But we were learning how to dance bachata and merengue, but I already knew how to dance, so I had to act like I didn't to feel more at home in the environment. So we were dancing and I was just making fun of the instructor, which was a friend of mine, with my friends, and I was being obnoxiously loud and making every step bigger than it had to be. And I just remember feeling like I had found home outside of home, in a community, in a place that I never expected to find a community that was so bright, joyful, and that felt just like I needed to be like around, like just the right amount of people, just the right amount of love, just the right amount of care. It was amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I still remember that day, and it still brings a smile to my face every time I think about it. So that is kind of my memory.
I guess there were moments where it's like moments where you just feel like everyone's in the grind with you and in the hustle with you, whether it's staff, faculty, or students. I feel like those moments really meant the most because you realize it's really not an individual journey. Everyone's running the race together and we're all like holding each other's hands through it. So, yeah.
I want to say thank you to my brother and my amazing boyfriend. Thank you guys for always being there for me. And I wanted to say a special thank you to my mom. I know you can't be here by my side today, but I know you're always looking down on me.
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and thank them for all their support through the years, especially by driving me to school.
So today I would like to thank my mom and dad who are here and my siblings for all the love and support they have shown me over the past 4 years. Every text, call, and visit has meant so much to me, more than I can describe.
Shout out to Dr. James Ingram for teaching me all about political theory and inspiring me to pursue that in the future.
I always knew university would teach me a lot, but what I didn't expect was that my greatest lessons wouldn't be from the textbooks, but from the people that made this journey unforgettable. Mom, Dad, this degree isn't just mine, it's yours as well. Your unwavering support, your love, it didn't go unnoticed, and it shaped me to be the person that I am today, and I couldn't have done it without you.
One of my special memories from university, specifically at McMaster, is Light Up the Night, and I think it was really an amazing time with all my friends that came out. We took pictures at the photo booth, we went on the Ferris wheel, we had some good food that day, and I truly think it was very wholesome to have this moment with all of you.
I would like to shout out to First Love Jesus for helping me get through university because it's already hard. And then I would love to shout out to my mom, my dad, my 2 amazing sisters, and my friends and New Spring community for always being there for me. I would love to shout out to all the friends that I made in computer engineering and management as well. Y'all are real ones, y'all are troopers, and y'all are amazing. To all the professors that have helped me through my undergrad as well, I would really love to thank you for helping me get through university.
Life-changing.
Resilience.
Community and inclusion.
Finding family.
Home.
Second home.
The best years.
Rewarding. Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Very loving.
Adventure.
Growth.
Incredibly rewarding.
Beautifully chaotic. Heartwarming.
Diversity.
Transformative.
Transformative.
Community.
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 Unforgettable.
Thank you, class of 2025. We are confident you will continue to make us proud, and we are so excited to see where you will go, what you will create, how you will advance and innovate, and where you will make a unique impact, making a brighter world for us all. And to echo the sentiments of our graduands, thank you to all the supporters out there who played such an important role in bringing us to this occasion today. We celebrate you along with your graduate today, and we share your pride. And graduands, remember, your formal time at McMaster may have come to a close, but you are now a member of the McMaster Alumni Association, and we are here wherever you want to connect. Stay in touch, keep your email up to date, and learn about all that your Alumni Association offers you. Welcome to the network of a lifetime.
Graduands and guests, please rise as you are able for the academic procession.
I declare that the 659th Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Acting Provost and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences. And this morning I have the great pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming all of you, graduands and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and the Haudenosaunee Nations, within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urged for the peaceable sharing of the Earth's resources. And we must not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only one small step on our shared path towards reconciliation. We are all challenged to consider how we can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today by acknowledging some of the notable leaders on stage with me today. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, former Honorary Doctor of Science recipient, Dr. Kimberly Woodhouse, Vice President, Operations and Finance, Ms. Zahir Fazalat, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steen Ranilovic, Dean of Engineering, Dr. Heather Sheardown, University of Waterloo's Dean of Engineering, Dr. Mary Wells, and a number of associate and assistant deans, directors, chairs, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start the formal program, I would ask that everyone in the hall switch off any electronic device that may ring or beep during the ceremony. And I would now like to call upon Chancellor Santi Smith to make her welcoming remarks and then deliver the Thanksgiving address.
Yama, thank you, Provost Hurley. Sego, Sewaguego, greetings everyone. Welcome, Watquinualado, honored guests, staff, family, friends, colleagues, McMaster and Mohawk College faculty members, visitors from institutions across Ontario, and most importantly, graduands. What a wonderful day it is to come together to share, to celebrate achievements, and extend our gratitude. As we celebrate today, let us acknowledge the land on which we gather, a land with deep histories, culture, stories, and knowledge systems that continue to teach us. May this moment inspire us to walk forward with humility, curiosity, and courage to make meaningful contributions to our world. I'm pleased to begin the ceremony with the Andhandu Galiwatekwe, the words spoken before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving Address, spoken in Ganyak Geha, the Mohawk language. Se watahosios ne gat ne galiwesa, ne ona, ne angali hohetste, ne ganawala donsrla. These wise words of wisdom intend to unite our minds and our hearts in acknowledgement, to give thanks, to affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness to all living entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities for sustaining nature's delicate balance, and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. We offer greetings and gratitude to the people, human beings, our ancestors, our family, our friends, so be it in our minds. We give greetings and acknowledgement to Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything we need to survive and thrive, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and our gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to all of the fish life who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines which purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to all of the insects who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for their nourishment and the medicine they provide us, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to all of the fruit life who help to nourish our body, and so that we may know the sweetness of life, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to provide us with nourishment and to sustain us, and who are our teachers and our guides, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to the birds, whose beautiful singing help to uplift our spirits and bring peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. Their roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our bodies, and we are grateful for their shelter and their shade. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walaro ne zowerla warnier to nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of seasons and messages about the environment. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walaro ne ladiwerlas to nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We give thanks to the grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. The powerful voice of thunder bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanuwalara ne anjongene galakwa eto nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We offer greetings and our gratitude to eldest brother, the sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with protection, energy for all living things. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walaro ne asatan nega wat nirele eto nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We offer gratitude to Grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and providing us with her powerful pull on our waters, governing of women, birth. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne yojisto warlunyo eto nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the stars, the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look into the nighttime sky. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne deyonkiyaradon eto nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We give thanks to our protectors, our spiritual guardians, who provide us with clarity of mind and peace in our hearts. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanu walaro ne anjongeni gansant stansara goa saoyela eto nayonto hagetne nagwatnagula. We give thanks to creation, the immense creative energy that lives and moves in every entity and lives and moves in all of us. Da eto ni gawanage da eto. This is a very shortened version, probably the shortest version of a Thanksgiving address. It's a humble acknowledgement as a reminder of the immensity of creation and the living universe of which we human beings are a very small part. So in recognizing the breadth and the depth of the entire natural world, I may have missed a few things to thank. So at this time, I invite you to extend your greetings and gratitude to anything that I may have missed. It is also a reminder of our responsibilities as protectors of nature and active upholders of skana. And skana means peace and balance, to cultivate peace and balance within us in relationship to kin, community, the environment, and all of our non-human relatives. Addressing our interdependence is necessary to sustain a world in a good way. We thank everything in creation, everything upon which we depend to get us to this very moment. In gratitude and celebration, we are here to acknowledge your achievements. Convocation is a time to reflect on stories and actions that have shaped us, stories of perseverance, resilience, and connection. It is also time to imagine stories yet to be written, roles you may embody, and your own impact rippling out into the world. Today marks a moment of transition, a threshold where one chapter ends and another begins. Each of you have journeyed through challenges, triumphs, learning, and growth to arrive here. But no journey unfolds alone. Along the way, you have had helpers, teachers who inspired, mentors who guided, friends who uplifted, and loved ones who stood beside you with unwavering support. Nyawa Goa, thank you to all of the supporters. And as we step through this threshold, may you carry with you the lessons and the guidance and the gratitude for all those who have walked beside you. And to the graduands, take this moment to celebrate, enjoy, embrace this milestone achievement. You'll never forget this day. We look forward to witnessing the unique gifts you will bring to this world as thoughtful, responsible, and visionary contributors to our shared future. Best wishes. Yoyanale. Congratulations, and please enjoy the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith, for those words of gratitude. I would now like to introduce the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Heather Sheardown, to make her own welcoming remarks and then present the honorary degree recipient.
I can't see you all. Welcome, everyone, to this momentous occasion, your Convocation. Today, we celebrate your achievements, your perseverance, and the incredible journey that has brought you to this milestone. Let me be one of the many voices telling you how proud we are of you. Each year, I tell our incoming students that they will be the ones to go out and change the world. Today, I reaffirm that belief. You are ready to make a difference. Over the past 4 or 5, or maybe more, sorry, moms and dads, you have gained invaluable technical skills and knowledge that will serve you well as you embark on the next phase of your life, whether in industry, research, or further education. Also, sorry, moms and dads. I hope you have gained more than just technical experience. At McMaster Engineering, we take immense pride in the experiential learning that has shaped your education. Beyond equations and algorithms, you have honed skills that will define your success. Collaboration, adaptability, and the ability to approach challenges with creativity and resilience. We live in an increasingly complex world. As I prepared for this address, I came across a thought-provoking speech by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. He spoke about how humans are naturally inclined to seek out those who look, think, and act like themselves. But true progress comes from embracing diversity. Diverse perspectives, viewpoints, and ideas lead to better solutions, better technologies, and ultimately a better world. I hope that as you look around today in this auditorium, you see people who are not like you and who do not necessarily think like you, but who have enhanced your educational experience nonetheless. You came together at McMaster Engineering as students, and you are often assigned group projects without a choice. You had to work with students from different departments and also from different cultures and backgrounds. This will continue as you move forward in your career. I urge you to embrace it fully. So how do you embrace it successfully? I have a dear friend who works as a nurse in the Indwell system, supporting some of society's most vulnerable individuals. I asked her once how she manages the challenge of working with people who may be struggling with life's challenges and whose priorities may seem vastly different from hers. Her response was simple but profound. She said, "I always try to do the next right thing. Sometimes it's not easy, but I approach it from a place of kindness." In his address, Governor Pritzker also spoke about kindness, saying that the smartest people in the room are often the kindest, because they have learned to overcome the instinct to seek out only those who are similar to them. Instead, they meet people where they are with empathy and understanding. So as you step into the world beyond your undergraduate education, I encourage you to embrace these lessons. Lead with kindness and let the next right thing guide your actions, interactions, and your impact on the world. And I often like to add a musical reference to my convocation addresses, my father. In the words of Tim McGraw, when the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel pride, but always stay humble and kind. Congratulations, graduates. Go forward and build a brighter world. I now have the pleasure of presenting our honorary degree recipient. By the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Paul Santerre. Paul Santerre, who earned his PhD from the McMaster University Faculty of Engineering, is a pioneer in the field of synthetic materials for healthcare. Known for his development of surface-modifying macromolecules, SMMs, that help technology and devices interact with the human body, he was the lead materials engineer for the Artificial Heart Program at the University of Ottawa Heart Institute, before joining the University of Toronto in 1993. There, he co-founded the Health Innovation Hub, was the Baxter Chair for Health Technology and Commercialization, Director for Research Faculty in the Physical Sciences at the Techna Institute, and Director of the Institute of Biomaterials and Biomedical Engineering. His research, which has generated more than 70 patents, has profoundly influenced our understanding of the relationship between polymers and biodegradation processes, while contributing to the development of new materials that have revolutionized tissue engineering, implants, and medical devices. Dr. Santerre co-founded and later sold Interface Biologics, Inc., a company that developed drug polymer coatings for medical devices. He is also being Chief Scientific Officer of Ripple Therapeutics, which developed a new drug delivery technology for treating ocular conditions. Dr. Santerre has used his entrepreneurial experience to enhance the ecosystem for health innovation by, for example, serving as the director of H2I, which fosters health innovation startups, and taking on the roles of president of the Canadian Biomaterials Society, as well as the chair of the Health Entrepreneurship Pillar for the African Higher Education Health Collaborative. Dr. Santerre is an International Fellow of Biomaterials Science and Engineering, and a Fellow of both the American Institute for Medical and Biological Engineering and the American Association for the Advancement of Science. His list of awards includes the Julia Levy Award from the Canadian Society for Chemical Industry, the NSERC Synergy Award for his contributions to technology transfer activities, and a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Canadian Biomaterials Society, and the Governor General's Award for Innovation. He was inducted into McMaster's Alumni Gallery in 2024. Chancellor Smith, I ask that you add to the list of accolades by conferring upon Paul Santerre, your fellow McMaster graduate, the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Paul Santerre, by the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. I would now like to invite Dr. Paul Santerre to deliver the Convocation address.
Thank you very much. Chancellor Smith, President Farrar, Vice Provost Arilovich, and Dean Sheridan. And thank you for the honor of representing the leadership of the university, the faculty, and being here with family and friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of 2025, because I'm with you. I offer you my most sincere congratulations to each and every one of you here today, and share my appreciation and gratitude for the honor to be able to be here on this special day with your families and your university. You are now part of my alma mater, and I wish you great fortune going forward. I would also wish to acknowledge my daughter and her husband who are here, David, and Professor Kim Woodhouse, a really long-time friend. who woke up very, very early this morning to drive down the Toronto highway so that we could beat the traffic and make sure that we were here on time. The times we live in versus the last time I was standing on this stage when I received my PhD degree in 1990. They are tumultuous. An unnecessary and selfish war in Ukraine and Russia, the atrocious conflicts going on in the Middle East, the irrational fantasy of US tariffs when society can scarcely take more taxing, and the mistrust between global leaders. You might stand here and ask, am I graduating at the wrong time? Why could I not be graduating in more peaceful time, in a time when my parents perhaps graduated or raised their families in calmer times? But I remind you that in 1989, when I was here, finishing my degree and getting my degree in 1990, unemployment rate was at 7.8% and rising. Europe had hope. The Berlin Wall had just come down, but it had created an amazing power vacuum, creating instabilities with many wars and many lives lost. We watched, the world watched in horror as Tiananmen Square unraveled. And the Bank of Canada lending rate was 13%. So if you think 5% was rough last year, imagine having your first mortgage at those rates. And the whole world was again drawn to the Middle East with the Gulf War. We were all enthralled within it. It was obsessing our minds between Iraq and Kuwait. So not so different, but yet we moved on. I'm a great fan of J.R. Tolkien, who was inspired to write Lord of the Rings between 1937 and the late 40s, after seeing the horrors of the World War I and trench warfare. And he left us some amazing thoughts that I would like to share with you, a couple of them particularly that I think are very timely. When Gandalf, the Grey Wizard, was speaking to the Fellowship as they looked upon the war that they were about to embark in and the effort to build greater lives, he told them, "So do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." And this is what we are being asked to do. This is my greatest hope for all of you for all of our graduates here today. In the 21st century university graduate, in my opinion, the meaning of higher learning degree at a university had lost a little bit of its power from the 1960s to the 2000s. We had become very sought-after individuals. We became receivers more so than givers. But I think in the last decade, we are seeing some pretty transformative resurgence of what it means to have a university degree, whether undergraduate or graduate. It's a privileged opportunity to be able to give back to society. And if we don't do it, then who? If we, the graduates from one of Canada's greatest universities, are not empowered to be the creators, the innovators, the generators of jobs, the generators of economic value for our society, then who? Your families, your friends who didn't come to university, who were perhaps not as privileged to have that opportunity, your communities, your province, your country, are counting on your newfound knowledge, your creativity, your vision, your entrepreneurship to create innovations that will change generations and create jobs and reignite confidence in the economy. Another quote by J.R.R. Tolkien's from the Fellowship of the Rings sees Galadriel, one of the Elfin Queens, speaking to Frodo, saying, "Even the smallest person can change the course of the future. Hold on to those words as you move out into the world and are challenged. You are graduating from Canada's leading social consciousness university, at least in my recognition of this alma mater. McMaster's problem-based learning model permeates every unit in this school, and engineering is one of the leading faculty that has subscribed to the opportunity of learning from real-world problems, bringing that classroom theory directly, immediately into the real life and exploring and experimenting, making mistakes cautiously, but then moving forward. I would be a hypocrite if I stood here and said that I didn't have to work very, very hard to stand up to the McMaster model. I had the good fortune of being very close to friends in the Faculty of Medicine where that problem-based learning model started. And they taught me, they were patient with me as an engineer, very focused, very anal, but they taught me the opportunity to learn from society. I was also very fortunate to have an amazing supervisor, one of your great scholars. I did my PhD in the lab of John Brash here, and I was surrounded by amazing minds. Dr. Kim Woodhouse, who went on to become Vice President of Research at Queen's University, Dr. Peter Wojciechowski, who went on to lead process design and development at a small little company that you may know, Moderna, which we think is a great big country that helped save our lives during COVID-19. But in 2010, that small little company was just a very small company with 2 young entrepreneurs starting it. One of the co-founders was a Canadian from up the road who had completed their PhD degree, their master's degree, at the Hospital for Sick Children, Derek Rossi. I've learned from McMaster University that what I acquired here would change my life. But more importantly, it would change the lives of many people around me. Our work in the area of health, a sector in the Canadian economy that is highly resistant to operational changes, and therefore engineering and entrepreneurship and innovation, highly important in order to implement the changes that are needing. We have gotten into a cycle of making big investments in heroic therapies while we are leaving the general health of the public to fend for itself. This has meant that the market innovations have focused on supporting relatively inefficient solutions to address complex problems and some moderate complex problems, when the solutions don't necessarily have to be complex on their own. And this is what you have learned, whether you are an electrical engineer, a chemical engineer, a mechanical engineer, or any other type of engineer who's graduating here today. The word efficiency in what I just said is what's important. You have learned how to implement innovative systems at the lowest cost to society as possible with the highest impact. That is what it means to be an engineer. The only way out of this health dilemma that we're in right now, that I've just described, is really to embrace the spirit of entrepreneurship, creation, so that we can generate the sustainable jobs that we retain our qualified, highly qualified professionals here in Canada. As part of this effort, we co-founded the Health Innovation Hub, H2I, that was mentioned earlier on. Since 2015, it has supported 850 entrepreneurs. On a budget of $3 million over 10 years, those young ventures went out and made $660 million. That's efficiency. That's impact. That's been achieved by those young entrepreneurs. Our program has drawn great attention by the MasterCard Foundation, and we were invited to go to Africa in 2021, and we are now building 8 similar accelerators across 14 different countries. Within 3 years, We have already trained 80 different ventures impacting public health care in a most dramatic manner. And they will come back to teach us here in Canada and the Western world how to address our healthcare woes. The opportunity for you as alumni to participate in entrepreneurship is here as well. McMaster has a program called The Forge. There is the Innovation Factory and many others. I urge you to explore them as potential opportunities as you seek what your next steps are. We are trying to change the nation's mindset to become calculated risk takers. This is not what our society was teaching from the 1960s and 1990s and here in Canada. We have a population of 44 million, and we probably will not change too much from that over the next decade. And we have to compete with global markets, China, USA, India, the European. We must become entrepreneurial. We must become calculated risk takers. I think that COVID was quite a dramatic challenge for all of us. And I think we watched Canada at its unpreparedness to be able to take care of everyone during that period. So the opportunity for innovation would bring great changes to our society. I would argue that many of our population are still left in the trenches of COVID-19 with lack of food, access to health care, and shelter. All of these factors could be solved if our investors and bankers were more entrepreneurial, if our universities integrated entrepreneurial mindsets in our curricular and co-curricular training, if our governments had the nerve and the vision to invest in basic supports for these young ventures as they're starting up, and then lastly, if the graduates of 2025 allowed their vision to empower you forward, empower them forward on this endeavor. So to you fellow graduates, I expound my most heartfelt congratulations. I hope that you embrace the world with an eye on the lens of the glass half full. And then I hope that you spend the rest of your life filling the other half of the glass for your communities, your country, and the world. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Dr. Santerre. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to present the graduates to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Graduates, if you are able, please stand. This is the best part of the ceremony. They turn the lights on and we can see all of you, and there are a lot of you here today. Chancellor Smith, on behalf of the McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia, in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to all of you.
Please be seated. Graduates, I now ask each of you to join me on stage so the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster community of scholars. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of the graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Stevie Dante Foglia. Cameron Endrai Novico. Inas Uthman. Ashwin Chandrasekhar. Riddhi Dev. Ayam Yalikli Kiriji. Sama Alani. Shannon Guo. Haifeng He. Kevin Luong. Syed Hadmid Moafi Madani. Ehsan Motawali Hagigi. Ahmed Musa. Pune Paktel. Fateme Abdian. Mehdi Mosayebi. Peter Andrew Charles Neathway. Guang Wong.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Applied Science. Amir Ali Aklagi. Cheng Gug. Oshi Ghosh. Ronald Liu. Bodhi Adelard Kwanzaa. Akanksha Servi. Timothy Matthew Gibson. Nigel Jake Matthias. Great Samuel Anunaki. Almodesser Ahmed Hassan Mohammed. Ogugwe Patrick Unokewidi. Laura Walters. Bhavya Bhatt. Zhuming Gao. Shahinaz Shokri.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Engineering. Eric Martin Bronzemer. Asma Ahmed. Reza Azadi. Akash Babu. Hawalin. Vasisht Vikram Chari. Saitija Reddy Chenuru. Shusti Sanket Neha Desai. Priyam Amit Kumar Gandhi. CJ Kwan. Archit Gupta. Farha Haida. Yushuan Han. Krunal Bipin Bai Hingu. Hong Yu Hu. Harishwa Yagan Abirami. Manit Singh Janjwa. Dharmik Joshi. Dwani Ilish Kumar Joshi. Prathamesh Milind Joshi. Rushab Ghanshyambai Kakadia. Yogesh Kaleka. Ritul Koladia. Amruta Umesh Koshe. Ping Li. Shu Li. Wang Yang Li. Jingcheng Liu. Yunghua Ma. Jay Sanjay Mehta. Kalp Damesh Kumar Mehta. Param Mehta. Hassani Kemoy Miller. Hindumati Mohan Kumar. Eric Morris. Mnidu. Arjun Murugavel. Pravin Kumar Murugan Naidu. Pruthviraj Joruba Padilla. Faizan Rafiq Parabtani. Bansi Manoj Kumar Patel. Harsh Kumar Jitindrabhai Patel. Hiti Masmukbhai Patel. Krish Sanjay Kumar Patel. Mansi Amish Kumar Patel. Meet Patel. Meet Kumar Rajesh Bhai Patel. Ruth Guryanch Chandra Patel. Sri Ashwin Kumar Patel. Shravan Pinjala. Anusha Ramidi. Shivani Sashin Kumar Rana. Akash Rao. Sebastian Felipe Rivera Alfonso. Ludwig Damjibai Roy. Mohammed Abrar. Akash Hanish Shah. Smit Shah. Rohit Sharma. Arshpreet Singh. Pranav Jayeshbhai Sutaria. Ved Hiren Kumar Sutha. Nidhi Rajesh Ranjare. Supraja Vempali. Sunny Naresh Kumar Verma. Nethra Victor. Sharanpreet Singh Virk. Danyang Wang. Minhao Wang. Yukse Joyce Wu. Gelan Shui. Yunting Ye. Vinay Mukesh Zaveri. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Engineering Design. Tejasvi Arora. Behrad Bayati. Mihir Udaya Shankar Bhatt. Abhay Chopra. Parth Dode. Ji Lao Liu. Yuvraj Singh Rajiv Solanki. Yao Wen Wu. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Engineering in Manufacturing Engineering. Uvindu Rasanjaya Abhinayake. Sohail Ahmed. Walid Khaled Al-Sharif. Jacob Jose Asensio Ariola. Nduga Vishal Ataluru. Aditya Kedar Bade. Yusuf Nasir Yusuf Baithon. Mohammed Anan Bazaz. Luis Rodrigo Calderon Medina. Leila Dabagzadeh. Nikulseen Darby. Raunak Dahali. Ashkan Degan. Nusrat Jahan Emu. Jani Mitesh Kumar Gadja. Mohammed Ghaffari. Shivam Godani. Yash Ashoka Goswami. Annie Johanna Hervas Valderrama. Aryan Jalila Zol Fagare. Asish Parakadavil Jiboy. Paricher Kanmani. Fatima Kushru. Rajnish Kumar. J. Kirit Kumar Limbasia. Ahmed Mukaram Mahmood. Joshil Kanaya Manyar. Krutat Shital Mankar. Yash Jaimin Mehta. Savesh Sunil Mistry. Viraj Davalkuma Modi. Amir Hossein Mogdades. Arvin Mohammadi. Amir Mahan Mohseni. Akash Ashwin Kumar Panchal. Jihi Park. Manu Prat Apsing Hirendra Singh Parma. Fenil Kumar Satishbhai Patel. Het Kumar Ashwinbhai Patel. Vatsal Dinesh Kumar Patel. Yash Harish Patel. Mona Purnaruz. Abhi Prajapati. Rafaya Rehman. Manbuba Raman. Jacob Pritam Ramana Ujam. Harinath Ravinath. Niyamit Kandilal Sanchapara. Karan Ghanshyam Savalia. Dashan Tulshibai Savani. Hamide Sharabi Farahani. Het Pranit Shukla. Gurjindi Singh. Ashwin Suresh. Vishwas Achal Sutar. Abdul Saeed. Shivam Taylor. Mustafa Terani. Jaimil Rajesh Kumar Thakar. Harsha Vardhan Bala Venkata Tota. Shadra Tripathi. Sohail Vafai. Deveshwashin Vagela. Yichin Yang. Avian Yuen. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Engineering and Public Policy. Divya Chandra Mohan. Matthew James Dolan. Nabi Marwan El Khatib. Nibin Thomas Koshi. Naomi Lucia Latima. Fushi Lee. Shui Yuan Chu.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Management. Hassan Al-Ahmad. Abdulrahman Mazen Al-Asadi. Maha Chaudhry. Ada Chen. Brianna Chester. Haifa Saban Chiutu. Juliana Maria DeLuca. Rita Martins Philippe. Nicola Gligic. Keira Kam. Natalie Khan. Thomas Leo. Saad Sugir. Meredith Carolyn Stephen. Sarah Woods. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Society. Megan Coulson. Joseph Anthony D'Angelo. Alyssa Anna DeBono. Amanda Howie. Carmen Huyn. Chelsea Koreanen. Damali Mambatalivo Nova. Julia Grace Medeiros. Jugas Eusenus Nausidus. Olivia Pila. Ellie Rose Teeple. Grace Ann Vander Dolen. Wei Benny Yan. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Biomedical Engineering. Ajalawa Adadamanea Adewela. Adina Salim Ahmed. Saeed Saad Ali. Noor Ibrahim Al-Rajab. Youssef Walid Araim. Sarah Margaret Ann Arnold. Cynthia Arthere. Kushi Bojane. Leah Jade Blanchard. Isabella Alora Bozo. Anusha Brookhouse. Colin Roger Bruce. Amina Bernazovic. Sharon C. Kaylin Jade Cow. Phyllis Chu. Ada Chubbs. Alexander Michael Dabjanowski. Katie DeMello. Jack Timothy Dodd. Jia Chi Du. Mackenzie Elizabeth Enns. Jack Lawrence Flannery. Tatiana Gordon. Kabir Singh Gupta. Bianca Ha. Alanjim Halabia. Amy Hall. Elena Michelle Handiak. Akram Hanufa. Jordan Stewart Finlay Hoot. Owen William Johnstone. June Jeong. Gunho King. Mathusa Keruna Karun. Mackenzie Rose Keeler. Blanca Sol Cohan. David Rochester Canal. Farah K1. Michael Thomas Knappman. Ansh Kukreja. Emily Amanda Cooper. Samarth Kumar. La Phum Tun Shum. Bridget Madeline Latka. Jung-un Lee. Tiffany Megan Lung. Alexandra Lauren Levert. Julia Lisboa. Sherry Jurea Liu. Kevin Liu. Jihan Liu. Kansas Lake McKay. Adam Mack. Sana Malik. Chelsea Grace Maramat. Caden Markle. Salvatore Antonio Milicha. Luca Mirchitik. Victor Mattia. Mariam Hisham Hanafu Hushay Muhammad. Helena Moisoka. Alicia Morielli. Christina Nigas. Akansha Rakash Nahit. Katerina Letitia Panzika. Ganghoon Park. Sanghoon Park. Bhavna Pereira. Janelle Christine Preti. Michelle Emily Sang Kwong. Seraph Reda. Karina Danielle Rejimbel. Michael Rezick. Benjamin Dean Rush. Elise Dana Schwartz. Sena Sadigpur. Mohammed Sharawi. Ian Slim. James Ryan Smith. Emily Stanley. Benjamin Sun. Kavya Sundareshan. Dahlia Lorelei Taylor. Joshua Tafal. Michael Shee Timmer. Benjamin Tomka. Madison Ainsley Trafford. Ethan Tran. Trevor Thomas Tung. Ishan Vermani. Rosalie Guanwu Wang. Roxiana Wang. Matthew Wilker. Daniel Zaymin Wong. Jared Gerhard Wonder. Anna Yang. Chi Hong Yuan. Ziru Zhang.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honors Bachelor of Health Sciences. Dina Sayed Al-Samek. Sakshi Arvikar. Joshua Noel Azira. Manvir Bangu. Rayawan Ahmed Chandra. Nicolette Krista Ducalis. Patrick Clarkin. Victoria Del Balso. Ethan James Haggerty. Jiaying Wu. Ibrahim Ali Iftikhar. Yasmin Isan. Yasin Khan. Rohan Krishna. Ujay Reddy Kumeta. Valin Lin. Rimsha Malik. Kavin Singh Mehta. Amna Naveed. Chien Chang Nie. Hardiv Devendran Kumar Patel. Helen Peng. Gayatri Ramaswaran. Suraj Sudahindra. Yu John. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences. Mohammed Matala. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering and Biosciences. Zrijun An. Shiel Ayachi. Kamaya Zeba Bosland. Zachary Ross Burley. Mari Elise Chamberlain. Orlean Corneo. Chuangyu Gao. Salma Ghanem. Gertrude Kumi Hene. Harleen Kaur Jariel. Prachi Kapoor. Nicole Breskachin Liut. Max Rand. Somia Raymond. Carson Singh. Landon William Fraser Steenbachers. Ali Syed. Gabriel Tiffany Krista Jong. Cheryl Ying Tong. Justin Tran.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Engineering. Warisha Adil. Mohammed Shamika Ali. David An. Kenneth Edgar Ancheta. Ramuna Anwar. Ria Aurora. Anthony Hani Assad. Amelia Ashton. Manjot Badwal. Ryan William Bender. Mark Allen Ben. Benjay Aldrich Capitas Burano. Raghav Bagut. Sindhuja Bisunot. Samantha Boser. Jocelyn Ann Brooks. Alexi Natalia Buenaventura. Marian Mazen Boutros. Ulash Onar Chalik. Jian Yang Chan. Bradley Paul Charco. Yidra Chen. Monica Chin. Subiksha Chitababu. Ho-Chi Chiu. Allison Kaunberg. Anika Culhane. Jonah Philippe Dabu. Hidroy Duta. Xiao Xiang Diao. Alex Gabriel DiFrancesco. Haley Durham. Nathan Eastmont. Mehrad Ibrahimi. Nathan Kendall Egan. Shahad Al-Sayed. Zed Haitham Elwi. Justin Antonio Evangelista. Eyomokiyun Favor. Adam Fernandez. Adiola Peace Falarusha. Owen Forrest. Kira Madeline Lily Foster. Farah Ghanem. Sheetal Gill. Liam Michael James Gleason. Manan Guriru. Alexander Peter Greengrass. Heba Hamid. Mohammed Hassan. Annabelle Hayes. Yifeng Hu. Alexander Huchik. Anas Ahmad Hussam. Egwandor LC Iguna Jayway. Estefano Thomas Jocelyn. Yarrow Kenj. Malika Kurana. Olivia Abigail Kidston. Juliana Constantinou. Sharon Kotharil Jari. Ibrahim Koya. Jonah Kwan. Dominic Lasika. Jaish Likha. Yue Li. Paris Shiun Liu. Olivia Laboya. Julia Marie Love. Kyle Luyu. Jarrett John Macy. Ishwar Mahabal. Zoya Ramin Malik. Joshua Martin. Kyle David Mazaris. Samantha McKelvey. Ahmad Ramadan Ahmed Al-Saluman. Paco Musa. Marcus Edward Mutlak. Anna Lee Quinn Nabel. Alpha Uriel Eng Liu. Nicholas Noaser. Amelia Judith Orzechowski. Patricia Ann Mary Owen. Maxwell Parthen. Marta Puchuka. Dunya Eunice Kawasami. Natasha Raghuwanshi. Sierra Rampashad. Hitash Ratu. Jake Tyler Raycraft. Christopher Aiden Redmond. Nicholas Randulich. Carl Nabil Saad Salurisk. Hida Rizwan. Nolan Alexander Roney. Daria Sadeji. Mohammed Hani Sahuli. Jacqueline Jenu Sam. Sahul Ramodia. Amreen Kaur Sandhu. Puram Singh Suraya. Claire Elizabeth Scanlon. Alexandria Elizabeth Seo. Kushali Shah. Kritika Shuma. Siddhant Sharma. Wenzang Shu. Allison Marie Simpson. Jessica Tito Soon. Joshua Damiano Spano. Brianna Marie Spong. Ethan Brody Stewart. Jiting Su. Asil Sultan. Kiise Sun. Sena Syed. Anas Takruri. Joel Jet Talatas. Ryota Udu. Samitha Vasu. Noah Brian Walmsley. Chen Wang. Renjin Wang. Tevin Cavan George Wellington. Madeline Ruth Wighart. Priscilla Vivian Wong. Jasmine Yurong Wu. Chu Yuan Xia. Asta Jithan Yagnik. Rachel Alexa Yi. Edward Chang Zan. Selena Zhang. Alfred Junsong Zhou. Jamal Zurekat.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Technology. Sumrin Amir. Nevin Nisitha Abayakun. Ifio Luwakitan Jason Adibawale. Noshawan Ahmed. Hashia Ahmed. Muqtadir Ahmed. Mohammed Mod Al-Dridi. Marian Al-Ehamed. Mohammed Al-Kuli. Huda Al-Tabah. Joshua Ryan Alvarez. Ayman Ahmed Ali. Aiden Anderson. Susanna Arsila. Mohammed Asadullah. Kyle Antoine Ashley. Ahmed Astazi. Suhaib Atiani. Robert Au. Solomon Ho Cheong Au Yeong. Mawan Bahu. Alicia Anthony Barboza. Dominic Bendarchik. Melike Javan Bell. Jose Pablo Quilang Benaza. Arshdeep Kaur Bhatia. Sur Sunil Bavza. Evan Buckler. Emily Ann Boyko. Ekam Noor Singh Brar. Hanorpal Singh Bumrah. Vanessa Chalmukas. Jeffrey On Q Chan. James Chan. Martin Chang. Divjot Singh Chwaila. Chilin Chen. Jashin Chen. David Cherian. Manbir Singh China. Raisa Chowdhury. Alex Sanjeev Christian. Hina Salim Chupte. Kirsty Creamer Langford. Jindai. Mohammed Abdullah Dar, Alvish Tungana, Luca Anthony Di Basulo, Gregory Anthony Di Sanza, Roberto Dominguez Monagas, Katie Dubois, Christian Acey, Danielle Ebere, Zainab Efechik, Francis Darrell Rivo Esteo, Kyle Joseph Feiter, Zachary Daniel Faruja, Kevin Feng, Andre da Costa Fernandez, Ethan Luis Fernandez, Carl Flourish, Braden Anthony Douglas Fredericks, Ben Friesen, Ryan Gallagher, Lei Gao, Amitesh Singh Gill, Karamjit Kaur, Paula Lizeth Gonzalez Perez, Julian Anthony Gogi, Bhumika Trisha Gurakal, Alexander Grad, Maninder Singh Grewal, Jipeng Guan, Rose Madeline Guetta, Nisanth Gunaratnam, Alec Hayes Montoya, Danny Hui Huang, Ajmain Upom Hossein, Amir Hossein Hoveda, Pak Yu Hui Adrian, Abraham Isanga, Sad Jafar, Usama Shah Jahan, Sanju Jaiba, Ki Young Johannes Young, Ahmed Jarad, Anu Jaya Kumar, Jason Jiang, Cameron Joseph, Rohan Juneja, Ruvet Venket Yusi, Inesh Yanuth Kuthere, Saina Kapoor, Tatsiana Kapuza, Zanir Al-Karim Kassan, Puneet Kaur, Raish Kaitu, Adam Khalid, Muhammad Ali Khan, Yusra Khan, Jay Varshang Kandwala, Shuyash Kashnovish, Maya Kuje, Luka Kokic, Mart Letitia Kom Nguyeming, Nikita Korolyov, Lucas Jozef Kovacevic, Vladislav Kozushko, Shemaine Kwan, Abraham Kinto Lau, Aiden Lau, Caden Lau, Benjamin Lee, Rocco Lee, Hei Ying Lee, Jia Cheng Lee, Jia Jun Lee, Yalun Lee, Ju Lee, Kevin Liao, Yeliang Lin, Sienna Elizabeth Engel Litzen. Yufei Liu. Isaiah Rommel Lobert. Claire Liu. Kun Liu. Daniel Tianin Liu. Yuming Liu. Mark Jason Macario. Travis Michael McGuinness. Amrit Maharaj. Sachin Maharaj. Ali Mohammed Mahmood. Charles Mayer. Shamil Makuyev. Manvi Malik. Dylan Seth Luminares Miguel. Abdul Wahab Motagi. Sarah Musa. Abdul Nasser Musa. Genario Villanos Munoz. Christopher Mursani. Gajan Muragathasan. Nicholas Ka Long Un. Duk Nguyen. Tat Dui Kwan Nguyen. Voin Ninkovic. Daniel Noguera. Benita Dumebi Onyejaki. Ashish Palyal. Saloni Vinod Panchal. Sumanth Paranji. Jainil Parikh. Daria Vipul Patel. Esha Patel. Harsh Jingnesh Bai Patel. Mayank Patel. Paras Patel. Subham Dilip Kumar Patel. Utkarsh Vikaspai Patel. Faisal Khan Firoz Khan Pathan. Harjpreet Singh Pathea. Cao Pedro Pedrosa. Kavindu Jihan Perez. Austin Roy Perry. Matthew Gregory Person Costa. Tran Tuen Pan. Pirawin Piramintherathan Esan. Anthony Mikhail Polowitsk. Maxim Panamaryov. Curtis Poon. Jahant Prajapati. Laura Susan Pryor. Pavel Piotr Pirch. Jaijun Shu. Michael Francis Radokia. Abdurrahman Ahmed Ragab. Ali Rajguru. Robert Rajkovic. Jonathan Aishvish Kukar Ramnath. Nathan Ravel. Aslin Ravinchan. Yusra Rehman. Connor Michael Renches. Xiaoyan Ren. Sauyo Batinga. Hussein Roba. Raymond Trummel Robles. John Paul Rodriguez. Manuel Fernando Rodriguez Reyes. Nazar Rominio. Eric Romero. David Joel Ronquillo Bermeo. Marsha Rosadi. Nicholas Rutka. Gaurav Sechdeva, Jaskaran Singh Sadero, Shaival Digesh Satiwala, Iron Sagar, Haleen Kaur Saini, Nicholas Schuyler Saisana, Sumna Alistair Schultz, Philip Lowell Segovia, Nitya Manav Kumar Shah, Shivang Keyurbai Shah, Mubin Shaikh, Deepan Sharma, Rishabh Sharma, Shanice Sheren, Nika Angela Dasila Silang, Indavir Singh, Jashanjot Singh, Navjit Singh, Rajkaran Singh, Tariq Basil Sheikh, Darren Smith, Jacob So, Rajveer Rajinder Singh Sohal, Jay Soni, Rui Hao Su, Rajesh Subedi, Mohammed Adil Supani, Tomasz Shurek, Alvin Tam, Ethan Tam, Heat Thakkar, Jack Thornton, Karthik Thovinakare, Alireza Turaji, Alexandros Manilos Chobanos, Dawson Anthony Urig, Benjamin Aaron van der Heide, Gautam Verma, Hong Xiang Wang, Jashi Wang, Kang Wang, Rinquang Wang, Xinyu Wang, Jingyao Wang, Ian James Newan Westerway, Tess Xiu Lian Weber, Taylor Anthony Wilson, Ariana Jude Wong, Vicky Y.K. Wong, Jai-Wei Wu, Dennis Roshan Savia, Zhe Pei Shu, Fiavi Yang, Alistair Yat, Yusuf, Mohammed Omran Zahran, Ye Xin Zhang, Chen Zhao, Li Sheng Ju, Hedia Zurian Zahad,
Please join me in giving one more round of applause to all of the newest graduates of the class of 25. I'd now like to introduce Annika Culhane, a graduate of the degree Bachelor of Engineering in the Chemical Engineering Co-op program, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Thank you. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize Chancellor Smith, Dr. Farrar, Dr. Hurley, Dr. Hanilovich, and Dr. Sheardown for their unwavering dedication and support of our graduating class. Just a few short months ago, our class was bound together during the obligation ceremony, emphasizing our responsibility to prevent engineering failures. But today is a time to focus on success. Connecting the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean is the Erie Canal, a man-made construction that is 565 kilometers long. It is recorded as one of history's most delusional projects, receiving no federal funding and leading Thomas Jefferson to describe it as a project a little short of madness that perhaps might be executed a century hence. But despite the lack of experience, a select few rose to the challenge of becoming those engineers of a century hence, walking the length of European canals to absorb the best practices, materials, and engineering solutions which they could adapt to solve this challenge beyond the horizon of the current technology. Without the Erie Canal, the two sides of the Appalachian Mountains would remain separate, preventing Canada and the United States from growing cities and becoming world economic superpowers. This was even before the invention of Portland cement, so it was built using basic hydraulic mortar that had been responsible for the collapse of buildings built above ground, but it was the best they had at the time, and by a pleasant surprise, it did pretty well underwater. Over the next century, this substance, born from dust and once long forgotten, became the universal building material that is constantly improving. Cement, as an example of an engineering success, highlights that each new generation of engineers is responsible for taking existing technologies and advancing them to their full potentials. In realizing my potential at McMaster, I was drawn to explore the future of my lifelong passion, competitive shooting, a sport which uniquely puts everyone on an equal playing field, regardless of age, gender, or physical abilities. I became a certified rifle coach, planning matches for Ontario and training up McMaster's first competitive team. Mentorship earned and reciprocated in and out of the classroom taught me that at McMaster, no one is alone. McMaster University is a vibrant community full of fun to have and opportunities to chase wherever your passions may lie. It pushes you to work hard, and it leaves you with plenty to be grateful for. We are all grateful for the professors who dedicate so much of themselves, inspiring us with their passion, responding to our endless questions, and making sure that we always know where to go when we need help. I am grateful for the McMaster Co-op program, which set me up for a career in an industry I would have never known was so fascinating. But most of all, I am grateful to have been part of a world-class engineering program participating in the 100th anniversary of the calling of an engineer. The Erie Canal changed the course of history in 1825. In 1925 was the first iron ring ceremony, and here today, in 2025, we are entering the world to cement the foundation for the next 100 years. As we see each other for the last time, I would like to leave you with this message. Let us not just set personal goals and ascribe to professional ethics. Let's set our sights on impossible targets, and in pursuit, we will find out the full extent of our capabilities. This is our century, so let's put ourselves out there. Let's make a commitment to success, and the rest is math. Thank you.
Thank you, Annika. I would now like to call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Heather Sheardown, who will present the President's Award for Outstanding Contributions to Teaching and Learning, the President's Award for Excellence in Student Leadership, the Governor General's Award for the Academic Silver Medal, the MAPS Gold Medal, and the Ontario Professional Engineers Foundation for Education Gold Medal.
Would Dr. Shalir Ibrahimi please come forward? From a young age, Dr. Shalir Ibrahimi knew she wanted to make a meaningful contribution to shaping a better world by educating the next generation of engineers and leaders. As an assistant professor in chemical engineering and the Experiential Learning Office, Dr. Ibrahimi goes beyond developing students' technical skills to nurture the whole engineer, shaping creative thinkers who approach problems with ethical reasoning and an understanding of their societal impact. Dr. Ibrahimi empowers students to take ownership of their learning and to build resilience through iterative growth. She fosters inclusive, accessible environments where diverse perspectives can thrive. Students describe her as a pivotal mentor whose commitment to authentic experiential learning opportunities, even in the largest first-year engineering course, demonstrates her commitment to teaching excellence. Dr. Ibrahimi embodies McMaster's institutional commitment to preparing students to be informed and educated citizens. It is my pleasure to present the President's Award for Outstanding Contributions to Teaching and Learning to Dr. Shalir Ibrahimi. Congratulations, Shalir. Would Paris Liu please come forward? In 1993, McMaster University established the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership to recognize students who have made outstanding contributions to the McMaster community through their extracurricular, scholarly, and community efforts. On behalf of our university and faculty, I have the honor of presenting the newest recipient of the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership, Paris Liu. Paris was a student athlete on the Marauders varsity tennis team and an active member of Lift Church and the Pinky Lewis Community Food Program. A dedicated environmental steward, she was co-president of Zero Waste McMaster for 3 years and co-founded Students for Bike Share, which created Canada's most affordable student bike share pass. Paris published 2 peer-reviewed papers, helped create a climate change course for engineers, co-leads a national working group advocating for climate education in engineering, and was recently appointed to the Youth Council of Environment and Climate Change Canada. Paris was also recognized as a finalist for both the McCall-McBain Scholarship and the Rhodes Scholarship. She is the recipient of the Sciences Po-Care Scholarship, while she will pursue a Master in Environmental Policy in September. Congratulations, Paris. The Governor-General's Academic Medal is one of the most prestigious awards a student in Canada can receive. Established in 1873, this honor recognized exceptional academic achievement at the high school, collegiate, undergraduate, and graduate levels. Each year, McMaster awards just 3 Governor-General's academic silver medals to students at the university who have achieved the highest academic standing at the undergraduate level. Earning this accolade not only places this year's recipients among the top students to graduate from McMaster, it places them among the top students in Canada. On behalf of Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Mary Simon, it gives me great pride to present the Governor-General's Academic Medal to Sheil Ayachi and Annika Culhane. I'm also pleased to announce the winner of the MAPS Gold Medal, which is awarded to the student who attains the highest grade point average and who completed their studies primarily on a part-time basis. The winner of this award is Taylor Wilson. And I would now like to present the Ontario Professional Engineers Foundation for Education Gold Medal, which is awarded for outstanding achievements in a program in engineering. I'm pleased to announce that the winner is Sheil Ayachi.
Congratulations, Shilair, Paris, Sheil, Annika, and Taylor. Great work. I would now like to invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, to deliver the President's address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winners, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2025, family and friends. One of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to the graduates on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you. We've heard some inspiring remarks today, from the beautiful Thanksgiving address from our Chancellor that opened the ceremony, to thoughtful and motivating speeches from our honorary degree recipient and our valedictorian. Let me add some final thoughts before we bring this ceremony to a close. At the end of June, I will conclude my term as president of McMaster, and the university will welcome its next president, Dr. Susan Tai. So these spring convocations are the last time that I'll speak to graduates as president, and this is my valedictory too. When I began my term as McMaster's 8th president in January 2020, I had hopes and dreams of what we could accomplish together in my 5 years as president. But within the first few weeks of January, we began to hear reports of a new illness causing pneumonia-like symptoms in China. By February, we are seeing the devastating impacts on hospitals in small towns across Italy, and by March, it was clear the COVID virus was circulating in North America. We closed our campus to in-person teaching and learning on March the 13th. Wherever you were in March of 2020, you have your own story on what happened next. Unless you were a healthcare worker or another kind of essential worker, you probably went home. You probably did your best to follow the guidance of our public health leaders, stay in your bubble. If you go out, stay a hockey stick away from others, wear a mask, don't touch your face, wash your hands. You probably remember the initial overwhelming support for exhausted healthcare workers and other essential workers in those first weeks of the pandemic. Thank you, healthcare workers, said the signs in the windows and on the billboards. We're all in this together, said our political leaders. The days became weeks, the weeks became months, and the virus did not go away in the warmer summer weather as we had hoped. That sense of in this together began to fade. Even more alarming was the rapid decline in trust for institutions. Public health guidance changed as scientists discovered new information about the virus, and that deepened skepticism in some parts of our community, turning social media influencers into seemingly equal authorities on virology and vaccine effectiveness. Here in Canada, we saw that fading trust lead to hostility towards the public health community and eventually curdle into the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. Suddenly, we weren't all in this together. Where there was once agreement that health was a collective endeavor, we saw a retreat into the rhetoric of personal responsibility and personal choice. Looking back over the last 5 years, I ask myself, did the year 2020 change us forever? The pandemic exposed how quickly our medical and social systems can be overwhelmed, despite years of warning from researchers and experts. We saw, in real time, a long-predicted crisis unfold faster than our institutions could adapt. This makes other foreseeable crises, such as antibiotic resistance, climate change, to misinformation, feel more tangible and more urgent. I want to suggest that 2020 acted as a catalyst. It accelerated some trends, such as remote work and online learning, and at the same time, it revealed structural weaknesses, such as disparities in healthcare and internet access. In the aftermath of the pandemic, there's a growing recognition that we're no longer facing discrete challenges, but interconnected crises that can amplify each other. Climate change can drive pandemics. Social inequality can undermine crisis response. Technological disruption can amplify social division, and borders mean nothing to a virus, whether it's biological or a conspiracy theory. For me, 2020 changed many things. The pandemic showed us how quickly global systems can be overwhelmed and how interconnected our vulnerabilities are. The pandemic made it very clear the need for us to be together in person, whether in the learning environment, the working world, or our cultural pursuits. There is something in being together that screens cannot carry. How you shift when you're thinking, the way your hands speak before you actually say the words. There's an ancient wisdom in gathering and in the simple act of occupying space together. These invisible threads weave us into the same moment. We now find ourselves at a precarious time when several global crises are converging. The rise of authoritarianism in major powers adds another layer of complexity to addressing global challenges. In the face of these threats, I've found reason for optimism in the conversations I've had with hundreds of students here at McMaster over the last 5 years. You did not put your dreams on hold during the pandemic, but found inspiring and innovative ways to pursue your goals. You're already working on countless ways to solve pieces of these enormous challenges. You have made lifelong friends and you have built networks. You've volunteered and mentored and discovered your passions. And you have succeeded in very difficult times. Did 2020 change everything? I think it made you more resilient, more determined, more collaborative. You're not burdened by the traditional assumptions of what is possible or realistic. You're clear-eyed about the urgency of our tasks, and you're ready to lead. My 5 years as president has been different than what I imagined it would be. Perhaps your time at McMaster has been as well. But we have all come through this. We've learned how strong we can be, especially when we work together. And we are leaving with incredible memories of our time here. Graduates, congratulations on your achievements. Do good things.
Thank you, President Farrar. And I'd now like to invite Chancellor Santi Smith to deliver her closing remarks.
Where are my closing remarks? Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2025. Yoyanale translates to mean well done or great work. So I'd like us all shout it out and fill this room with our voices, and I'm going to teach you how to say it. So the first sound is yo. Yan. Early. Together it's yoyanale. So let's try it after the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale. Great. I think we can do better. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Good job, well done. As a McMaster alumna, I look forward to seeing where you all go from here. You are all now graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Dr. Santerre, Dr. Abrahimi, Paris, Shahil, Anika, Taylor, congratulations, Yoyanale, on all your accomplishments and for sharing your words and your journey to inspire us. And Dr. Farrar, it's been a pleasure to work alongside you, and you've given us a lot to think about. Please take all the wise words you've heard today with you as you go. Graduates, my very best wishes to all of you as you take your next steps in your journey. Nyawe, thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. A few announcements before we close. We invite graduates and guests to visit Wentworth Room C immediately following your convocation ceremony, as there will be a gathering to welcome you as newly minted McMaster alumni. There will be light refreshments for you and your loved ones. This event will offer a relaxed atmosphere for you to mingle, share memories, and bask in the joy of all of your accomplishments while enjoying some coffee and sweet treats. Family and friends, you'll be able to meet your graduate at the alumni welcome event after they have picked up their degree. We ask that only the graduates enter the degree distribution area. And following the singing of our national anthem, the academic procession and the graduate procession will exit the hall, accompanied by music performed by local Indigenous artists. I would ask that you please remain standing in your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in singing our national anthem. After the singing of the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.